on that podcast the Reverend's circumstances and his inability to make bond, and Silk made up the difference.
Does your client have any regrets?
And Silk made up the difference.
Does your client
And
have any regrets?
Anyway, so as it turns out,
Does your client regret attaching his name to the president? Or
my client has never met the president. He's had no association with the president. He's never met him. He's never even, to my knowledge, he's never been in a.
so what do you make of being a co-defendant now with the president?
Did he intimidate?
He didn't attach his name to the president. Fannie Willis attached his name to the
Did he
president.
intimidate an election worker?
That's among the
Did he
things.
do
he's
so?
accused of.
Does he regret allegedly intimidating an election worker?
He's pleading not guilty.
Does he still believe that the election was stolen?
That was never an issue. That was never part and parcel of the situation for Reverend Lee.
So why come down here? Why come down to Fulton County all the way from Illinois?
Okay, here's the story, guys. Reverend Lee is got kind of a unique history. Reverend Lee, before he was a pastor, he was a deputy sheriff in California, and after that, he was a special agent for NCIS. At that time, actually, they called it NIS. It subsequently became NCIS and became famous with that title. But during that course of that time, he had the calling to go to the ministry, went to the seminary. Subsequent to that, he had this unique combination of ministry and law enforcement background. As a result of that, he's been a chaplain in about every major American crisis that's happened in the last 30 years, dating back to Columbine. He was a chaplain serving the NYPD in the fall after 9/11. He participated in bringing service and prayers to the folks in Katrina, in Irma, and most recently he was involved with the massacre in Las Vegas. And I would suggest to you that any major American crisis that's been going on, and certainly in my lifetime in the last 30 years, Reverend Lee's been there to serve and to help.
Do you plan to ask for an easy trial?
I don't know what the election workers said, sir.
Do you plan to ask for a speedy trial?
We are, myself and my co-counsel, who is David Oles, out of Alpharetta, who's here with us. Here he's the Georgia local counsel with us. We are conversing about that today.
David, you said that he has never met the former president at all. So how did he get mixed up in all this?
Ask the DA.
Is this an issue of free speech?
He wasn't forced to go knock on Ruby's door. I mean, the allegations are that he went and knocked on that election door.
Yeah, you know, I guess I've seen that happen with some Jehovah's Witnesses and people from the Latter-day Saints. And this is a pastor.
Is
So
this
you're
about
saying you're
free
trying to
speech?
convert
Is this
her?
about free speech for you?
I would suggest that among the things that's in danger in this case is free speech. It's lawyers beyond Pastor Lee. This case is calling into question all the organization of society. Whether you have lawyers being indicted for giving legal advice, you have a situation where the folks are being indicted for trying to lobby state legislatures. You have a pastor being indicted for knocking on a door. There is everything that possibly is used to organize the society is under attack.
The intention of why he knocked on the door matters, though. Why did he knock on the door? Did he come down here to proselytize, you're saying?
Now you're asking about some particular specific.
Well, you brought up Jehovah's Witness. You said people come and knock on doors all the time. The intention matters.
Knocking on doors all the time.
So he came and knocked on the door having nothing to do with the subversion of the election here.
Absolutely not.
It just happened to be an election worker, and then she ended up saying what she said about what happened.
I don't even know what she said. Gentlemen, this guy should be considered an American hero, not a criminal. Thank you very much.